the Haunted Files on ParaFlixx comes a new way to experience the unknown. This is the Haunted Files Unplugged, where the lights are low, the stories are raw, and the truth is stranger than fiction. Join Mike Delcoro, Eric Vanderlaan, and their special guests as they dive into the dark corners of the paranormal. From hauntings and cryptids to UFO encounters and everything in between. No filters, no scripts, just pure, unfiltered conversation from the world beyond. You're listening to the Haunted Files Unplugged.
Holy motherfucker!
Happy Monday, everybody. I'm Eric Vanderlaan. I'm your host of the War Party Paranormal.
Uh-oh.
We can't edit there, right? What was I thinking? The Haunted Files Unplugged radio show. Blasphemy, Mike saying. Off with your head. I got my other host right there. It's been what, a few weeks?
Yeah. What's up, guys? My name is Mike Delcoro, and we are the Haunted Files Unplugged, and we got an awesome show for you guys tonight. I'm going to give Eric one more chance to redeem himself. What are we getting into tonight?
Well, we're getting into paranormal. We're getting into cryptids, and I got my good buddy Adam Butler from Chasing Spirits from North Carolina. Catching Spirits. Oh, I'm just messing up.
I'm sending you home, dude. That's it.
I've been rusty. Forgive me. But anyway, I hope I didn't mess this up because I made an intro for him. I'm trying to make him look badass, but he already is badass anyway. I don't have to make a video for that, right?
That's true.
But I did.
So let's see it.
You want to see it? All right, here we go. Bam. I saw some familiar places there. That beginning shot at Waverly, our intro at the end where you hear me cursing in the hallway. It's a bat at Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Two bats.
First time I screamed in my life on the paranormal investigation. Won't be the last though.
Yep.
All right. Without further ado, let's bring on my Adam. Bam.
Welcome, sir.
Hey, brother.
Hey, guys.
Thanks for coming on.
Hey guys, that intro was awesome, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that bat scene was at Waverly Hills.
Hey, I had a bat incident at Trans-Allegheny, and so they freaked me out, dude. And it's terrible because you're like, what is that? And then they dive bomb you. Yeah.
So, Adam, why don't you tell the folks like who you are, what you do?
My name's Adam. My family calls me AD. I'm from Georgia. Probably can tell by the accent, but I live in Western North Carolina. I've been into the paranormal basically my whole life. My mom, she really kind of motivated a little bit of that too. So she was kind of into that stuff too. So I kind of latched onto that a little bit, and as early as I could, I got out and was listening to things in the dark and trying to put things together, and wanted to find out some of the answers to the things that I was dealing with when I was young. I'm sure everybody has some kind of story. And then, I started getting into, deeper things, trying to go to the darker side of things. I'm a Christian. I believe that, those things are there. And then I went from that to now I'm into cryptozoology a little more, man. I'm an electrician, and that's about it. I'm just a nerd.
Well,
I'm just a
being an
nerd, man.
electrician comes in handy when you're a paranormal investigator, right?
Yeah, it does, because sometimes a device will go off, and I'm like, there's several different factors.
Yep.
I mean,
you have to have egress lighting in some of these places, so you have electricity running through.
Yeah, and then people don't understand, AC current, alternating current is if you look at it on a
it's a sine wave.
It's a sine wave, exactly. So it's doing this number here, and it's emitting a lot of EMF. Where direct current, DC current, like stuff from your batteries, things like that, not so bad. But AC current lines and stuff that they're running into your homes and businesses does put out a lot of EMF and
a lot.
Older buildings too.
Exactly.
A lot. Yeah, exactly. Some of them older buildings are
right?
Knob and tube, man.
Yeah.
So Waverly Hills,
I always find that pretty interesting when you get into some of these really older buildings and you see they have the little isolators with the wire running with like it's got like
it's knob and tube.
Is that what
it's got the porcelain and it's got the free run cable. Yeah.
That's
old school. Yeah, that's old school. People buy that stuff, man. It's museum type stuff now.
Yeah. There's actually the Deering Estate in Miami, Florida. They have several old buildings there. One of them dates back to like the 1920s, called the Stone House, and it has a basement. Can you believe a basement in Miami? Like you would be underwater, you'd think.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
When you go down in the basement, there's all these like tubes going all along the brick wall, and when you're going down that hallway, like you could feel the EMF. Like if you had K2, it's going to be locked on red, and it ain't
locked on. Yep.
So I don't know. I like that feeling though, especially when there is no electricity, right? And you feel it
when it's not supposed to be. Yeah, when it's not supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Waverly Hills, man. I think we're going to try to head back to Waverly. I think my wife was saying this October. Dave Matthews has got a concert coming up. I think I'm going to try to grab that. And then of course, I'm not going to, you can't rent the building that late in the year. They go quick. But I'm going to hop in on the little tour and say hello and see if I can find some old friends there, man.
How many, how often have you investigated Waverly? Was it just once, or have you been there several
times?
Twice.
We've been twice. Yeah.
What's the craziest thing that happened to you there?
That's the first time. So I've seen shadow figures, heard voices. That's the first time I've seen a full body apparition. And it was right behind a tour on the 5th floor. They were giving us the whole rundown. The guys like, I got 512 or whatever tattooed on my arm, and the story of the nurse. And I watch a lady walk right behind them, just pale, but you could see her. I mean, it's weird. You can't explain it. You can see through her, but she's solid. And like it was like a bluish green, and just walked right behind them, walked right into the bathroom, the little bathroom right there on the 5th floor. And my wife was standing there, and I almost knocked her over. I mean, it scared me, made me kind of sick to my stomach. I was like, oh,
I love that.
Okay. And the second time we went, it was on the 5th floor, and it was me and my wife, and we had another couple with us. And I put a REM pod down in that bathroom, and we were doing flashlight work. They love the flashlights up on that fifth floor. And we got done, and I went and reached in to grab the REM pod, and something grabbed my arm.
Oh, yes, wow!
It was, that if you've ever been grabbed, you know it.
Well, in that scene where I'm at the hallway, I think it was that was the 4th floor. And I'm coming up the stairs, and like I don't see anything because I'm looking through my viewfinder, my camera, and it's pitch black with its IR. And as soon as I stepped out, these 2 huge bats fly by, and I'm screaming like a kindergarten girl. I can hear me from upstairs on the top of the roof. But
they're flying rats.
We didn't know that there was shit going on during that whole time. I went back there and did an EVP session. I went to the nurse's station, and I go, because at that point I thought I saw like a creeper or a shadow figure. I didn't know it was a bat until I reviewed the video, and I was like, that thing that I saw, was it human or non-human? And like before I even said anything, my recorder picked up bat, and then after I finished saying the question, it said bat, bat. Like, you idiot, it was a bat. And then Mike
That's
reviewed
awesome.
that clip close up and noticed that there were these like red eyes like peeping around the corner
That's awesome.
at the camera.
Wait,
Man, I
it's-
would have never noticed him if I wasn't making fun, laughing my ass off watching the video back and forth.
That's
But-
the thing about Waverly. There's a lot of intelligent knocks. You know, we've said, hey, knock if you want us to leave. And I mean, it's just the loudest knock you've ever heard. Like, hey, clear. Hey, I want you out of here. And that was the third floor. But the EVPs, man, they're just like, they answer you.
I heard I was by the elevator door, and I was like setting up my equipment, and I hear a ping, and I'm like, that, I don't know if that's like a nurse's bell or something like that. So I start walking to the elevators and I start looking around. I don't see anything. And then I tell the guy that works there, and he's like, oh yeah, that's the ring from the elevator doors opening, but the elevators don't work.
That's insane. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And I had no clue. And I like,
and that's a
but-
huge story about that place too. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a cool experience.
yeah, it's a
Absolutely,
very
man.
cool place. So we were like, before we started the show, we were talking about something sort of like a little bit weird in Georgia that you guys were talking about. What was the name of it again?
So
Godstones.
before we were started the show, we were just kind of chatting a little bit, and you said were asking where you're from originally, and you said I'll let you pick it up kind of from there.
Yeah, I'm from Elbert County, right outside of Athens. We're the granite capital of the world. Nothing but granite sheds and farms. I was a chicken farmer. Grew up on a chicken farm my whole life.
How come you're not in the NFL? You know, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I gotta say something real quick. I used to work at this bar with the football players, and they were saying some of them were like from like farm country in Florida.
Yeah.
They said how they built their speed and agility was chasing chickens.
I wouldn't. My grandfather and them just had me throwing hay, man. I'm not fast. I'm not fast, okay. But if you need to move a refrigerator, I got you. But yeah. So the Georgia Guidestones, like we didn't pay them no attention, man. We went out there. You know, it was a cool spot. If you're from there, there's no local lore about them. It's just another piece of granite. There's everybody does graves, headstones and stuff. I used to etch on headstones growing up. I was an artist, and
That's cool.
not a cool job. No, you too many deer. I got tired of etching deer and trees. It was terrible. But so it's just another piece of granite to us. It's just another monument. There's monuments all over town. And then it wasn't until really, when I moved out of Northeast Georgia, I started hearing stuff online. Like I was YouTube surfing like we do. And I seen the Guidestones. I'm like, that's pretty cool. And then I seen the episode of Brad Metzger went there. And he sent the guys there, the paranormal guys there to look at it and check it out. And that was pretty cool. But to us, it's just, other people, I think that it getting blown up was extremist or something. I don't know. There's, people say that you could stand up under it and look, there's like a hole, there's a center. So here's another cool thing about the Guidestones. There's holes in it, and no matter where the sun is or the moon is, it's supposed to do something. I have to look it up. But they say if you stand up under the Guidestones and look straight up at the hole, the clouds always circle or something. But
there was a lot of work that went into this. So the people that aren't familiar with the Georgia Guidestones, I'm not super familiar with it, but I was always intrigued by them, right? So I have looked into them, and they were massive, and they were I think assembled like overnight, if I remember, and they were in a bunch of different languages, what makes it weird. And then it had 10 commandments on it. And this, when this was going on, started getting real popular, and people were blowing it up all over the internet. It was right around where all the conspiracies about the New World Order and all that crazy stuff. So this kind of tied up into that. And these things were huge. These are not small. This was and I'll show a picture of it here.
Oh yeah, they're huge. Yeah,
And no one knows who built it, right?
No, well, no, there was an anonymous donor, and I think I read a while back that it was. Of course, when I started seeing all those stories, I'm like, okay, I'm going to look into this, and it's a guy. I want to say his last name is Rose. I would have been prepared. I didn't, but
that's okay. It's just an interesting story.
Yeah,
look, when you're standing at that, just know that if one of those falls on you, it's a wrap. Immediately.
You're broken in pieces.
It's daunting to stand up under that thing. Well, yeah, what you would have stood up under. You see, go back to that picture. You see, you see that hole right there at the bottom? It looks like a circle.
Yep.
Yeah, those are all around that pillar, and so it's something to do with the sun and the moon. There's all kind of different little freaky things about that.
Yeah, I think this one kind of explains it too.
We didn't know that. We didn't know that stuff growing up. I didn't know half the stuff about these things until, I looked on YouTube. And I literally grew up 2 miles away from them.
Yeah, if you look here, it shows you that it was in Spanish, Greek, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, Russian, Chinese, English, Spanish. I mean, it's pretty weird. And
Swahili.
They went all out.
And then the weirdest thing to me is that all the commandments on there, and the one that stood out to me was maintain a population under 500 million in balance with nature. And if that was to be true, you'd have to wipe out about a little over 7 billion people to bring that down to what they or whoever whose beliefs these are.
Yeah, and for a county to let them put them up, like that's How many people were on the same accord with these beliefs and still are,
right.
Because, these state legislations, they all intertwine. Who knows?
So the moral of the story is don't live in a heavily populated area.
Yeah. And then I think somebody ended up blowing it up. Like people were always writing and graffitiing on it and messing with throwing stuff on it and throwing paint on it and crap. And then somebody finally blew it up, and then they took
pissing people off for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they wanted one language and one ruling with reason. So basically, like all the things that people were saying, like the New World Order, it was just interesting to me.
It's definitely interesting, man.
Comment.
You know what's interesting about the New World Order is that card game. The Illuminati card game. That was always interesting to me. And how, Donald Trump's on there. There's different. And this was like the 90s when this come out.
Oh, yeah.
It's freaky stuff, man. It's like
we got a comment. Some people have said that the reason
don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it out loud. Okay. That's how remember when we were on KGRA? Digital Broadcasting, YouTube banned their account for saying that.
Saying what? Oh,
what you were just reading.
Oh, good thing I didn't say that word.
Yeah.
All right. You can read it, but I'm not going to say it.
Yep. I swear to goodness. That's
interesting.
YouTube does not like talking about the pandemic.
Nope.
Different stuff like that. They will shut
down
your account.
I don't know.
But I know what you're saying. Yeah, people got stir crazy. They started, when they really started going down rabbit holes. Not every rabbit hole is fruitful, man, but there's a lot of them that are.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Some of it now, they're so blatantly obvious with things that they don't even try to hide it anymore.
Brother, I was in bed with my wife watching TV, and I said, this was the other morning, Sunday morning, and I said, or it was a couple weeks ago or whatever. But I was watching the news or something, and I said, baby, you see this there? They just told us there's 4 aliens. There's 4 different types of aliens.
Yeah, on Fox News.
Yeah, she's like, what are you watching? Where are you getting your news from? And I'm like, look, it's a CNN at the bottom. And I was like, watch this. Flip it to Fox. And I'm like, it's the same thing. Nobody cares.
Nobody
We're
cares.
desensitized. Nobody cares.
You know, and they were, you know, what's funny is some of the stuff that they're coming out with now, I mean, 10, 15 years ago, me and my buddies were talking about, and from YouTube conspiracies, this and that, the Nordics, the Greys, the reptilians, and all this
we
stuff.
already knew, brother. We already knew.
And
well,
I'm telling you, that's what I said. Hey, Orange Man, I don't care about them UFOs. I want to know if Bigfoot's real. I know he knows.
Well, I know. Well, we've all seen the Nordic on TV. That's that that Holland guy from Norway on the soccer World Cup team.
Yep.
He looks like a Nordic alien, right?
Dude, there's no telling. It's insane. We live our world was flipped upside down at some point. I don't know when it was, but
I was telling my girlfriend we were watching the game, and I'm like, he could be a Nordic.
He could be.
We don't know that.
So I mean, kind of roping things back into the paranormal, because otherwise we'll be talking for you know, we can be on this forever. You know, that was I'm just being honest too. That was my first love, is conspiracy theories, cryptozoology, things of that nature. But it was very hard to prove or to go and test that stuff in the field, right? It was more just researching online and nowadays with the, you know, everybody and their brothers got their opinion on it and everything. Now you can't even do, and they wiped out the internet at one point. They just kind of, you know, so it's hard to even find a lot of things.
Hey, we're prepared though. Yeah. We've been preparing since the 90s, since YouTube was invented, brother. We've been on this. So
I have some files that were given to me by a buddy before 2016 when they ran through and deleted a lot of stuff from public access. But I mean, there's something going on. And I mean, people think, you know, sometimes some people think, even though the paranormal is becoming more mainstream, there's some people out there like, damn, you guys are freaking wackos. You know, what are you talking about? But I mean, you and I both know, and anybody that's been out there and had an experience, once that you have that first experience that draws you in and you go,
I know I ain't crazy.
there is something to this, right? And the amount of times that we go out there and we get some, you know, I'm not saying every time we get something, you know, we can all be a little tricked, or mind plays tricks on us, this, that, and the other thing. But there is no way that some of these EVPs we're getting, and this and that, or everything is straight. You know, I've had people try to debunk them, like, oh, there's straight radio waves and this and that. I can't pick up a radio wave if I wanted to on a damn recorder. You know what I mean? Like, and why is it only one word, and why is it intelligent responding back to me? You know, I found CIA documents that they did EVP tests, and they were capturing them, and they could not explain.
Can't explain them.
But there were human voices, 100%.
Yep, 100%, man. And it's that's some of my best stuff is EVPs. I mean, I can only count on my not even both hands how many, you know, maybe like 8 times I've caught visual evidence that I haven't looked at and went back over the years and went, okay, nope, we can scratch that one. That was actually this. But audio, it's like every time. I mean, you can if you're there long enough and ask the right questions, you don't even have to ask questions. You just let it play.
Leave it on and have a conversation, and you'll hear something in between.
You know, Eric and I do that a lot during our investigations. We'll leave voice activated recorders in somewhere in the building, and we'll like talk loud on the way out, like, all right, this is us leaving, you know, us leaving. All right, we're closing the door, like, and we'll go outside and just hang out for 5-10 minutes, whatever.
Let it do its thing.
I swear to God, they're like, oh, they left. And like,
you can hear
really
it.
Weird.
We've picked that up.
That is awesome.
They're gone.
But see, you guys go to a lot of the same haunts. So these spirits in Miami know you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you get to the point, I can say my name, Eric. A spirit box, a recorder.
People think we're crazy, but no, we're not. I'm telling you, there's intelligence out there. There is stone tape and all that, but there's intelligence, a lot more intelligence than there is residual, and they remember. Old South Pittsburgh, Nellie, she knows me. Yeah, she knows me. Yeah.
We had a very We did an episode there at Old South.
Yeah, I
Pittsburgh.
seen that. I watched it. Yeah.
Oh, did you? And we rolled
Yep.
Joe in there and didn't
Yep.
tell him nothing, and he didn't know whose room he was in. Nothing. He was blindfolded, and he
That's
was naming
awesome.
off stuff. Yeah,
she's very active, man.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I bought some REM pods, right? So when they started coming out with all this different stuff, I was like, let me try this, and this. Since then, I keep it simple. I do use the things because I think REM pods are incredible. This is why
I love the REM pods.
Cat balls too. REM pods. I had them REM pods for 2 years. Took them to several locations. They never went off. I had them on Nellie's bed, and I had. I don't like the phone apps, but I had the phone app on. I was like, Nellie, these things ain't never worked. Could you please, for Adam, could you make these things work? Me and my wife are sitting there, and all of a sudden the phone app, the Spirit Talker goes, cut on your camera. So I said, okay. So I cut the handheld on. I got this all on video, and the freaking REM pods light up. She did it 3 times for me. Like I would cut the camera off. She'd say, cut it back on, and she'd light them up. And those things are so hard. I mean, you could point a cell phone or a radio at them and make them go off. But if you're truly legitimate about not thrill seeking and wanting to get evidence, and you use that the proper way, when they go off, pay attention, because them suckers are really, man.
Oh yeah. And then, we always like to put more than one out, because if there is a stray radio wave, both of them will go off at the exact same time, at the same.
That is a good idea.
So if you have one going off and one not going off, something's going on.
That is a good idea.
And the reason that we found that out was, doing these public investigations that we would do for people, and we would put out as much equipment and different things to show everybody, because these people are paying for tickets, and the money that we were collecting was going towards the historical society. So it wasn't for us to make money; it was to raise money for the historical societies.
Yeah,
but we wanted to show people all the different equipment, so we'd have all kinds of stuff out, and we'd also have radios, and when we rotate people, and we do that, and all friggin' 4 REM pods would go off at the same time, pegged out, and we're like,
oh shit, freaking out.
And then I'd be hitting the button, and I'm like, oh, wait, all right, gotcha. Okay, so that's that. But if only one goes off, then it's not a stray radio wave too. You got to be careful too if you're next to like a fire station or police station or somewhere.
What about the time when we had the walkie-talkies at the Gold Coast Road Museum?
That was wild, and we kept having. We were receiving transmissions on only one, and they're all on the same channel. Like we all had one. We were together, and it would be like it would cut in and be like, "Hey," and all three
were like looking at each other, like, "Where the fuck?"
And it was only on one radio.
That's actually awesome. Like, yeah.
What the frick?
Hell yeah. But the railroad, man. I've never done a train. I've watched your guys' video on the train, and that is awesome. Do you think it's just the type of metal that makes it stay there, or what do you think?
So my personal belief of that place is you got a little bit of everything, right? You got the original blimp base that was there from the 40s, that
largest naval base in the U.S.
Yeah, and they had these giant airships like blimps that would patrol for U-boats up and down the coast. Well, a hurricane came through and wiped it out, and like 5 people died in the military there. And then you have all these historic train cars, and you know how passionate people are about railroads. Cars,
each car has their own personality. They're all different.
So you just have this perfect storm of, and we found there's one guy there that's not so friendly. I think he was a upper ranking officer. And that was when they were first bringing women into the military. And
they don't like women.
This guy does not. Well,
he don't like women.
Huh? I think he does like them just a little too much, and doesn't really have a lot of respect. So when we had multiple women get touched by the spirit here in that property.
One got groped.
Yeah. We had another one said she felt something brush her face like this. And we looked at it with the camera, and you could see her makeup was smeared.
Wow.
Well, what happened when that happened is we were all standing there talking in the old part of the original hangar, and
that's where this guy likes to hang out.
And it wasn't even nighttime yet. Like there was on my peripheral to the right, there was a bathroom with a window with the light coming through it, and we were just talking and bullshitting, and all of a sudden I see a full figure, arms and legs, just cross through the doorway, and I'm like, before I even had a chance to say anything, Aaron goes, something just went like this on my face, and then like there's like no makeup, and then I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm like, I did not see this. Like, because I'm very skeptical, and like it took me like about a day to finally like, damn, I saw like a straight up shadow figure, arms and legs.
That's awesome. Yeah. It reminds you. It reminds you this is why we're doing it. It's there. It's nothing, you know. I spent an hour, you know how it is. We spend hours and hours and hours in the dark. And sometimes I'm like, man, you know, why is Brushy so quiet tonight? And then I get home, listen to the recorder, and it wasn't quiet at all, you know? But a lot of the times it's like that, like something will happen back to back, and then you just know. And my wife's first experience was last year at Brushy. She got groped. She got groped. And if she is skeptic as she can be. So if she was like, you know, she's one of those. So it's kind of like electrical. You know, you stick your hands in there and get shocked. There's two different kind of people. One's going to climb down the ladder, and one's going to haul ass, or the other one's going to, you know, I put my hand back in the box. She don't want to do it no more. She told me, she's like, I'm done. I don't want to do it no more. So I have to go. I'm recruiting friends from work. Come on, man. I know you want to go to St. Albans with me. Let's go.
I'll go.
Let's do it.
There's a episode that we just filmed. I don't know if you're familiar with Robert Goodall down in Florida here, down in Key West.
I am. I'm terrified of him, but I don't know. I told my wife, she's from Florida. I'm like, I don't know if I could do it, man. You know,
he's a creepy son of a bitch too. He is
freaks me out.
Big, man. He's like 3 feet tall. I got the
really
up here. If I don't see him here.
He's 3 feet tall.
Yeah, he's
huge.
He's big.
Oh wow,
very fragile.
Yeah,
that's
I got my Annabelle over here, and then I got my Robert over here.
I've been trying to, you know, every time I go off on this new thing, which I research different things. You know, I tell my wife, I'm like, okay, this, and she's just like, oh, here we go. And I'm like, baby, this is why Bigfoot's real. And so I go into all this. So
let's do this. We have to run a few commercials for our sponsor, and then we'll pick right up there on with Bigfoot as soon as we get back on the other side.
All right.
What's up? Mike and Eric from the Haunted Files here, and we got these pieces of paranormal equipment in our hand. Why is that?
Because we want to give a big shout out to the Ghost Hunter store, our sponsor, and you might see some of this equipment on your favorite ghost hunting shows. Is that right, Mike?
That's right, especially the Haunted Files on ParaFlixx.
And we're going to give you a special code for a discount on these devices.
That's right. So if you go to the Ghost Hunter store, you go to the website, when you check out, if you enter the code Ghost Gone Wild,
not Girls Gone Wild,
that's right, you get a discount on your purchase. So check them out. They're your one-stop shop for everything paranormal.
What's up, everybody? I'm Eric, and this is Mike from the Haunted Files. And Mike, we got something special to tell everyone, right?
We do. We have an amazing product here. This is from Haunted Happy Hour, where they make spirit-infused coffee. And what's cool about this product right here is it's the Haunted Files edition. It's a Dark Isles brew.
Yep, and it's got a blend of Irish cream, pistachio, and dark rum. A perfect blend to awaken your dark side, right, Mike?
Hell yeah, it is. And if you're feeling sluggish or you are ready to investigate all night, this is for you, man. And it is amazing tasting. And not only that, but what did ParaFlixx do for us and for the fans?
Well, you're going to get a special discount code that's on the package, and you're going to be able to get 3 months for free ParaFlixx. And who can they watch, Mike?
Well, they can watch us and all the other amazing investigators on the ParaFlixx platform. So get yours today, and make sure you check out ParaFlixx and the Haunted Files.
And if you're feeling dead inside, get caffeinated with Haunted Happy Hour.
Are you ready to explore the unknown?
Eventually.
Brace yourself for a journey into the supernatural. ParaFlixx Paranormal Plus, your gateway to the paranormal, all-in-one streaming service. Dare to explore, dare to believe, dare to stream alone.
It does not want us here.
Sign up now and embark on a supernatural adventure like never before. ParaFlixx Paranormal Plus, the universal home of paranormal.
And guys, just in case you don't know, that our other show, The Haunted Files on ParaFlixx, we have just finished up episode 4. I'm sorry, season 4. Yeah, we got some amazing content out there. We'd love for you guys to check it out. It means a lot. It's all produced just by Eric and myself. No scripts, no nothing. We get out there, we investigate, we film it, and we turn it into hopefully something watchable for you guys. And we just did an investigation not too long ago with Robert the Doll in Key West. And it was one that will stay in my memory for a long time. It was pretty insane. And I have just a quick trailer I can show you guys, and then hopefully you go check it out. Just off the shores of Key West lies historic East Martello Fort, a Civil War era fortress built to defend the island, but now known for something more unsettling. Behind its brick walls and arched corridors reside one of the world's most infamous haunted objects, Robert the Doll. Said to carry a mischievous and times vengeful spirit, Robert has inspired decades of chilling stories, unexplained encounters, and letters of apology from those who claim to have crossed it. In this episode of the Haunted Files, we step inside East Martello to uncover the history, legends, and energy that lingers surrounding the doll that turned this quiet museum into a paranormal hotspot.
My name is David Sloan, and I am the doll tender for Robert the Doll. We're here at Fort East Martello.
I'm Dr. Bill Slevin. I'm a famous paranormal investigator, demonologist, parapsychologist, and author. I'm good friends with Mike and Eric, and we're here with the Haunted Files down in Key West to see Robert the Doll. You know, if they don't ask permission to take a picture or they're not respectful to him, that bad things can happen to you. And when I lecture all about Robert all the time, there's millions of stories of people who believe they experienced problems after not being respectful to him.
Well, do I have your permission to investigate you tonight?
You said that, I felt something like just go like this, like across the back of my neck. Dude, this really freaked me out.
You want to know who you are?
It's me. That's clear as day.
That's insane. We're going to do the Delcoro experiment. It's a cross between the Gansfeld experiment and the Estes method. Gonna get ya. So, yeah, definitely, guys. Check it out, ParaFlixx.com. You can download ParaFlixx on everything and anything, any kind of streaming device that you have, smart TV, phone, tablet, everything. So,
And if you
check
go
it
down
out.
to US, check out Dave Sloan Ghost Hunt, and you can actually investigate Robert the Doll.
Nice.
Yep, sure can. All
Yeah,
right.
ParaFlixx is awesome. ParaFlixx is everything you want. Yep.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah.
So Eric and I have dabbled a little bit into the Florida skunk ape, which is Florida's Bigfoot. We haven't done a whole lot with it, but we know a lot of people that have, and we have some friends that are dedicated their lives to try to find this creature. And I know that they're prevalent all over, from sightings dating back to God knows when, to ancient
times.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so
The
every
Native
country
Americans
has
talked
their
about
own
it.
version. Every Native American tribe has something to say about it. So there's something there, right? There's something. Here's my thing, right? Where the frick are the bones? And then people always go. So I want to hear. I always ask this to all.
I got an
all
answer.
Good. I want to hear it. So
There's a couple different things going on here with and Robert Dahl ties into this, the whole Bigfoot thing. And it's what I tell my wife. There's millions of people that write in. You're telling me that millions of people just feel like this doll is affecting them and it's not really happening. Same thing with Bigfoot.
The governor of Florida sent a letter. Has a letter. They have it framed over there.
Same thing with Bigfoot. You're telling me all these people, there's not that many people out there hoaxing Bigfoot. And with the foots, I mean, I can break down foots for you, like the footprints. I can break it down and explain. Like I'm all in. Like kind of like I've been like when I first had my paranormal experience when I was a child, that bugs bit me. Like I'm all in, like I've been looking. So this is my answer to your question. Where are the bones? So I live up here in a densely populated area of black bear. They're everywhere. Where are their bones? We don't see their bones.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only answer I got. That now, as far as like,
I mean, because especially here, so I'm not like totally skeptical. I believe something's going on, and if something like that was to die, in Florida anyway, I think it's going to go out into the muck somewhere and curl up in a ball and die, and that shit's going to get sucked into the muck, and you're never going to see it again, right? I had a little pug years ago, like a dog, and it was on its way out. It couldn't see, it couldn't hear, and then the old girl was getting tired, and one day she just disappeared, man, and we couldn't find her ever.
That's what they do.
And I think she just snuck out somehow, just went in between somebody's legs, went outside, and just went and moved on, and just
moved on. Yeah, that's what they do.
And I think that's the same with animals too. They know something's like other animals. They and so I can get that. I just wanted to ask. I wanted to see what your theory was.
Sasquatch is such a complex. Like, I mean, when I say I'm fresh into it, like I've always just blew it off. Like I'd go through the paranormal shows. And we get to the Bigfoot. Josh Gates invested Bigfoot. I'm jumping over that. I'm going to like Brazil with him to check out ghosts. Now I'm paying attention. Past 2 months, I have hours of just watching and paying attention and taking mental notes. This thing's real. I got a feeling this thing's real. Some of these stories, especially up here in North Carolina, and I don't know why they migrate, but you got to understand. So we believe in the paranormal and spirits, right? So we're the Neanderthal spirits. Okay. Other questions. I seen an interesting one. Like I watch it every day. Today I was listening to a podcast, and it's like the way he described it. Like Russia had a picture of a Bigfoot. It had a reflective fur. Like even this guy was like, when I seen it, it was close up and it was hard to even see it because of the way the sun reflected off the fur, the coating. And that's why I'm like, man, maybe they are around us. They're moving around. I don't know. I haven't been in the woods yet, so I haven't went actually looking for Bigfoot structures or, prints or anything, but I definitely am going to start checking it out. I'm going to start camping. I'm going to go to some hot spots. I've got a couple hot spots on mind. And I'm going to go try to get some evidence for us, guys.
It's a vast area. If you wanted to hide a dead body, I mean, people do it all the time. That's the place they go.
What is it? Vancouver, Canada. It's huge. It's bigger than the United States. It's just nothing but woods.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, I think it's kind of.
I used to hunt up in North Florida and Georgia a lot. I had a property in Georgia in Cordele.
Okay.
We had some acreage there that we used to go deer hunting on, and excuse me, I used to do a lot of boar hunting when I was younger, and I've never experienced. Well, I have had one experience when which Eric knows that I've mentioned this before, was not when I was personally in the woods, when we were driving at night. And make a long story short, something threw something, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's a 1-lane road, and at 3 o'clock in the morning with a pickup truck, we're driving through there, and something chucked a log that was about that big around, about that long, from the woods out towards the truck.
Hey man, what are you doing here at 3 a.m.? Get out of here.
Something, and there was no people around or nothing like that. I mean, this was in the middle of nowheres.
You mean, and my biggest argument for this is like the people who are experiencing this. If I go tell my grandfather, if I go sat down with him and say, "Hey, granddaddy, I think Bigfoot's real," he's gonna laugh his ass off. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, I bet." He's like, "Go out there and find him." But when you've got people like my grandfather that are coming up saying, "Hey, man, there was something in my hayfield. I seen it. It was 9 foot tall. It stunk. And no matter what I listen to, hundreds of different, they all have similarities. And none of these people know each other. They don't research Bigfoot like that. They all have the same similarities."
I mean, I feel like some of them could be mistaken identity for possible black bear or something standing on its hind legs. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, I could see.
If you're looking
orangutans escaped in Fort Myers.
Now, on the flip side of the same coin, you know, not all the Bigfoot sightings are real. So,
yep.
Same thing with ghosts, man. You know, you get excited and then you get bummed out, really, more times than not.
Oh, we pissed each other off when we thought we captured something and someone's able to debunk it.
It makes you so. Damn it. My wife makes me so mad, dude.
And you don't want to give in. You're wrong, but
you're wrong. But then the past, dude, I've caught some stuff at Brushy Mountain this past time that she won't even look at. Same thing with Trans-Allegheny, man. I go, so like, you know, if you have 4 cameras, 3 recorders, and you're there for 10 hours, you do the math. You know, it's a lot of hours of video, so you miss things. And so I go through stuff, and I caught an apparition or a shadow figure in, I don't know if you've ever been to Trans-Allegheny, but they have like where they played cards. They have like the little nooks or whatever, the windows, the Victorian windows. But there's a curtain blowing, and you don't see it in the window. You only see it in the curtain. It's a lady walking by reading a book. It's a shadow of her. She's got a bow in her hair, and she walks by, and with one flap, it's gone.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We have when we do interactive ghost hunting events, like Mike was saying earlier, at known historical haunted locations. And
I'm definitely coming to check one of those out.
Yeah, and we always, well, I'm going to invite you to one of our privates.
Cool, I'm with it.
We have our guests. We tell them, like, you know, take pictures all the time. I mean, don't like flash someone in the face or something like that. So we had someone at the Old Davie Schoolhouse, a place where we do events.
Yep.
Capture a figure of an old lady, and like
that was wild.
There's no way you could have debunked it. It like someone physical had to be there, but no one was there because we had a couple of team members with a small group of people in that room, and there was a lady doing the Delco experiment, you know, like an Estes session.
I love
the chair. And her friend was in front of her while she was doing it and took a picture of her. And then there's a lady, and you can see like almost features of her face. It's completely white and like a black robe. It was just really weird. And then
the Estes method, man, it's when you're doing that, I can't, like, when I get the headphones on, nothing. I mean, it's just, my wife puts it on. She gets intelligent answers. You can almost feel it around her. So I could see that, man. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
But yeah, just snap the picture. And I was going to say, the director of the museum, the education director, said that the lady looked like a lady that used to teach at the school and that lived at that house.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's cool when stuff like that correlates, man.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Davy School. I've never investigated a schoolhouse. I always wondered when I seen people like Old Post Town and stuff like that. I'm like, what is that? Cherokee Central School up here is extremely haunted. I don't
Yeah,
know. I mean, I
we've
could see maybe
investigated.
Cherokee land, but
We've investigated a lot of schools, and I think we came up to the conclusion that if these spirits or these people passed, and that was a big part of their life, was that school. You know,
yeah,
they're gonna want to when they're, they're gonna want to stay in somewhere that they're happy or familiar. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like this was the only schoolhouse in the Everglades, and there was like a
yeah.
few,
Like, so you're in purgatory there. I feel safe. Let's get there. You know,
Yeah,
I'd be
that's
scared
our
if I was
theory.
stuck somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that school, like I should drive by it to work like every day, and I'm like, there's something going on in that school. I know it. So one day they were having an event, and I went there, and they were telling me all kinds of stories, and then I threw out an idea about doing an event, and they were like, "You're crazy. We got like kids that come here on field trips, and before I know it, we're doing events. We're doing
It
TV
brings money into them
news.
too, man. You
Yeah,
know,
they
yep,
draw a
yep.
lot of people to come in there.
Actually,
You
I got
guys
a
ever
train.
make it? You guys ever make it out to Bobby Mackey's?
No, never have.
No.
Yeah, kind of lucky on that one, buddy. I caught an apparition on camera down in that basement. We wasn't there long, but we was there maybe 4 hours, and that was long enough. So, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, you can take photos. I take so many. My cameras on both my work phone and this phone is slam full of photos. That's what I tell everybody. Just take 3 at a time.
Yeah,
Boom, boom, boom.
that's what we
Boom,
tell
boom,
our
boom.
guests, and they're the ones that capture shit. I mean,
I've literally at Bobby Mackey's at the well, I caught an orb, then a white mist, and then it's a body sitting there, shoulders and head, and it was 3 shots. Click, click, click. That
well,
quick.
this is how we started the Haunted Files. Is when we investigated. All of us were filming,
Yeah.
and we're like, our motto is like, if you didn't capture it, it never happened. So we always wanted to keep filming, so something captures something, and we like to share our evidence on social media, and we're like, why don't we put something together?
A lot of I do a lot of big locations, and it's me and my wife, and so it's like I'm always going, okay, we're in the wrong spot. I know that they're in the cafeteria now. And it's like, no. I have get in the cafeteria. You're there for like 30 minutes. You're like, okay, no. There's nothing going on here. Big locations are hard to cover. And we try to put still cameras up. My wife is like, she's seriously like, she's checklist. I put a still camera at Old South Pittsburgh. Was so excited to see the footage. We got up there and the SIM card wasn't in there. And, and she's like, I know I put it in there, and I know her, and I know she put it in there, but it's just gone.
Yeah.
Like
power getting drained out of a device.
How does that happen?
When I was at Waverly, I had 2 static cameras set up, and the same thing. I was excited to go through the footage. I get back, and there was nothing on either one of them.
It's crazy. Same thing at Old Harriman. I had it in the nursery. I had REM pod activity going off in that joker. And I told my wife, I said, hey, I got it on camera, and it wasn't there. I've got to go through that Harriman evidence. So, people are using the bells, the dead bells. I told my wife, I said, okay, I'm buying 2 regular bells. And I set it at the nurse station. We cut the corner, and I hear ding, ding. And I've got it on camera, and I've got a still camera pointed at it. I just haven't went through the evidence yet. I've got years of evidence to go through.
So I found something with those dead bells. I stopped using it. They actually trigger themselves.
Oh, do they? I figured it was something.
And they put out, well, they don't trigger themselves, but it starts like a chain reaction, right? Because when that little device inside triggers the bell, it puts out EMF, it picks it back up. That's why it'll start going ding, 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 and like keep going off, because it's like starts a
It's such the coolest thing, though.
No, and listen, no hate on anybody that uses that. I mean, everybody's got their own stuff. By all means, try everything you can, because some things work for other people. I've got my worst buy though was definitely the SLS camera.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
It's terrible. It picks up different things. You have to be in a bare room really for it. My wife
it's trying to create a stick figure. That's what it's trying to do. It'll try so hard, and there'll be nothing in the room, and it'll like do a little flash.
It's the waste of money, and the screen's so bright. So if you're in a location like Waverly and you're wanting to see the location, you can't, because it's like bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that, it wasn't my favorite, but the dead bells, I've seen people using them, and we're gonna still see people.
I think they might have.
They make some great stuff.
I think they might have corrected it. Since then, I had the demo version, the first one that came out. It was sent to us by our sponsor for testing.
Oh, so nice.
They might have fixed it by now.
Cool.
But remember we were talking about the Florida skunk ape. I actually have a video here from Dave Shealy. He's one of the
famous ones.
Yeah, the famous. He's been searching for skunk apes since he was.
Some guy said he got a body of a skunk ape here last week.
Oh,
really? I haven't heard that.
I'd send you a video. I'll send it to you. Yeah, it's not a black bear.
No.
Mm-mm. There's no black bears in Florida.
Well, yeah, there is.
Oh, are there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not really? Not like that.
No, look at the arm swinging, man. There's not a black bear.
Wait till you see it moving, because that's all muck. You can't run through that and move fast.
That is a steady thing people say, is that when they have the experience, it's like it glides through the woods. In areas you couldn't move, they glide. It's insane.
So I mean that brush right there is probably up to somebody's waist, and then it's all mucky and swampy. Like if you were walking,
look at it moving. I mean, it's just going.
Wait till right here it gets on the other side of the brush. Yeah, it gets up, starts getting it.
Gone. Yeah.
And if that was a dude in a
look at how red it is.
Yep.
I wonder if that's got something to do with altitude. Like the higher up, are they darker, and then lower sea level?
Well, they say the Florida skunk ape is a little different. It supposedly has four toes.
Oh, okay.
Instead of 5.
Gotcha.
And they're a little redder.
Yeah.
They're not as big, and they're stinkier.
Stinkier, yeah. Hence the name skunk ape.
Yeah.
They like lima beans.
Lima beans. I hear they like apples. Look at that sucker, man.
Look at that.
Look at the arm. Good gosh, man. He's stepping 4 foot at a time.
Yeah, so
there's no way you can go through that muck that fast. There's no way.
If that was a guy in a suit, he would have done passed out.
Would be stuck in it
about a minute ago.
Yeah, it's like it wants to get away faster, but it just can't. That thing is still booking it.
And no human can go that fast.
No.
Do that,
man, I love it. This world's got so much. I mean, dude, you can from space to the Mariana Trench to the Amazon, back up to. I mean, there's just so much.
We're still discovering shit every day.
Oh, we're arrogant, dude. We think that we're just it.
Look at the LiDAR device. They're finding all types of.
Yeah, Eric shared this really cool Facebook page with me. It was like something LiDAR discoveries.
There's stuff all over Georgia, like that's ancient.
Yeah.
And
it's insane. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But the story I heard today about it was in Whitesville, Georgia, it's right outside of or Whisperville, Georgia.
See, and somebody said the same thing about the dead bell.
Oh, did they?
It's a chain reaction. And
what do they call those? They call them ITC devices.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're going to use, if I use an ITC device, you learn by mistakes, and you get tired of wasting time. So then you get in there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go put this in here, then we're going to go away for a little while, then we're going to come back, and then we'll sit down real gently, and then we'll because so much the K2 meters, they're designed to sit still. Same thing with a mel meter, kind of. It's designed to like sit and get readings. And then you have people like on videos, they're like, the K2 meter's going off, and I'm like, yeah, it is.
You're swinging it around.
Cool
Yeah.
is
It's going off.
using a regular compass. I've had that go off for no reason. Like,
My thing is, do you guys use Ouija boards? You guys into the Ouija board stuff?
We don't do much.
No, I haven't really messed with them much.
Yeah, I'm not with it either, man. Anything that goes through me to make me like the dowsing rods or the Ouija planchette, I'm not with it.
I love the dowsing rods.
Don't use me. Yeah, those are cool though. Like there's some cool answers you get out of that.
No, I got a really funny story. I was at the Deering Estate doing an event and had all these people around me, and they're like introducing. I always ask, like, who are the non-believers in this group?
Yeah.
So I pull out the dowsing rods and I go, "There's someone here that doesn't believe in you. Can you point the rods to that person?" And it slowly goes right directly to him, like all the way to me, because he's all the way on my right.
That's awesome, actually.
And it just stuck there. It was so funny.
Yeah, that's awesome. Heck yeah, man. What was I gonna tell you? Oh, you guys. So tell me about the Moon River Brewery. You guys got all access to that place, didn't you?
Our friend, he now runs Savannah Theater. We were up there, and he was doing a small group there, and he's like, "Hey, you guys can come hang out if you want." And that's where we got introduced to the Dead Bell.
Nice.
For the first time, and we were like, "Holy shit! Like, look at that thing go!"
Yeah, dude, that place is hands down. It's so active. The basement was so active, man. I only went for we just went down and just looked around. We were in there for a honeymoon, and we did Sorrel Weed House, which is awesome. But the Moon River Brewer basement, dude, holy smokes! I was like, this has got to be fake. It has got to be fake.
They're tearing it down
until the shadow figure walked by and slammed the bar top down. I was like, this isn't fake. Wow. Yes.
Yeah, I think
yes.
That's funny that you say that. The Surreal Weed House. I had captured a shadow figure with a full spectrum camera.
That's so cool, man. That's such a cool house.
Yeah, and it's really weird. Like, you wouldn't notice it unless you really look. But we were the only people in the basement, and you see a shadow figure just kind of go like this, real slow, and then kind of speed up and then go. And it was in infrared. It was one of those.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, the IR camera. Jesus, I can't talk. Full spectrum camera.
Yes, purple. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Heck yeah, the full spectrum cameras, that I've caught some cool mist and stuff on those things, but I mean, like I said, there's no telling how much evidence I've got that I haven't. I don't do it for content. I do it for
hours of stuff.
Yeah, it's like I could just not go anywhere for the next 10 years and just, I got enough to go through. But I go for, man, the location, the history. Anytime I have a hankering to use, or if I have anything getting me down, I'll tell my wife sometimes, man, let's go. I need to go to a paranormal location and just kind of let me walk around, let me open myself up, and let me just kind of, explore. And that's what we do. And she's been a champ with me. She goes with me, and she's like, it's weird. Like, we went to Waverly Hills. I know it's real. Like, I know it's real. And no matter how many times you do it, you go to a place like Waverly, it's scary. It's scary. And so I was like, where's my wife at? I turn around and look, and then I go up, and she's on the 3rd floor by herself, just walking down the hallway in the dark. And I'm like, do you know where you are? I'm like, lady,
I don't care.
Get beside me. I will protect you. But yeah, man, we have a good time. It's a good, if you're going to do it for a hobby, do it for a hobby. It's real. Be careful what you do. That's all I got to say.
Yep. And if you're new to it, start out with someone that or a group that's seasoned, that's been doing it for
Yeah.
a while. But we've gone over an hour, so
Man.
we're about at that point. But I'd love to bring you back on again. You're amazing. We could have gone for hours.
Dude, I've got stories, brother. We could just, we could talk. I'm going to send you some evidence I've got. Like I have,
Cool.
yeah, I'll send you some stuff on Instagram that I've caught.
All right. Awesome.
Hell yeah,
And-
man.
For sure. And Dave, it's funny, man. Not Mike, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Mike, it's funny, man, because I actually learned, the first time I heard of you, you were on a podcast. I don't know what the girl's name was. She don't do them anymore, but you were on there, and I was like, what is the Delco experiment? And I started looking into it, and I've yet to try it, but the Estes method is it's so awesome, man. It's so fruitful. You know, if
I'll tell you what, I'm not just saying this because I kind of, came up with the spiel, but everybody that I've talked to that has tried it, it's just it's wild. It's wild.
I'm gonna buy some from you, man. I like to buy them in person. I'm coming down for some classes in Boca Raton here coming up for a couple weeks.
I live in Boca,
and to probably beginning of fall, I'll come down and see you guys, man. Yeah, I'd like to buy.
Give me a heads up. I'll make a pair and we'll figure something out.
Heck yeah, man. Awesome. I had a great time, guys.
Hell yeah. And then so if people want to follow you on social media or anything like that, where can people find you?
Yeah, I'm on Catching Spirits, CatChinSpirts. That's the only thing I do, man, is I'm on there hanging out, watching sports. I'll post my paranormal stuff on there. You can go through and look through the past feeds. I've still got a bunch of stuff I'm going to load. Trans-Allegheny. Sometimes you'll catch me on my story. There's a bunch of stuff. When I go places, I'll try to go live. A lot of the times it's just me being fat, eating good, and posting pictures of the mountain behind my house. So there you go. But there is a lot of paranormal on there. So if you guys like that kind of stuff, come on over and holler at me.
All right, cool.
Hey, Chaos Theory, Eric will reach out to you and we'll figure something out.
Yeah,
sounds good, man.
And then Adam, thank you, man. It was awesome. It was great chatting with you. For me, if you want to find any of my stuff, the easiest way is if you go to the FLA paranormalresearcher.com, and that'll link out to all my social media sites and all that stuff. You can find all kinds of content there. And then obviously the Haunted Files Unplugged, the radio show that we're on right now, and the Haunted Files on ParaFlixx. So yeah, make sure you check it out. We really appreciate it. We put a lot of time and effort into getting our evidence out there for people to view and see that this is not BS. It's legit. So yeah, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, ParaFlixx is awesome, and I'm telling you, these guys right here, their show is very well put together. It is not there's not boring at all. You'll be from the second you cut it on to the second it ends, man. It's entertaining. I
appreciate that, man, because when I do the editing, I do notice that a lot of people they'll get real fancy with it in the beginning, and then they'll just leave the camera on a tripod and just leave it there for the rest of the time.
No, you guys do great, man. I love it.
We try to keep it interesting, and I try to edit it like you're there with us.
Yeah, ParaFlixx is awesome. You guys are my favorite on there, though. Don't tell anybody else, but they're all my favorite.
Hey, we appreciate it. Eric, where can people find you, buddy?
There are other good shows there too, so check them out. Not only us, but
there are.
You can find me, Eric Vanderlaan, on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Ghost Hunter of South Florida.
OnlyFans. Ghost Gone Wild.
Exact. Girls Gone Wild. Also, we got a new paranormal research team called Ghost Hunters of South Florida. They're on Facebook. And if you want to come and investigate with us and you're in the South Florida area or want to drive down or whatever, we'll be investigating the Deering Estate interactive ghost hunting event. It's considered the most haunted location in Miami. It sits on the water. Beautiful location.
I would say in Florida, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Nice. And we're going to be doing those. I just got 9 dates for October. and maybe
Eric is a ghost hunting fool. I ain't never seen nobody back to back investigations like this guy. I mean,
he stays active.
I did almost 20 events last year from September to October.
And a lot of them were during the week and down in Miami, and a lot of the team couldn't go. And this SOB was working and shooting
I'll
straight
go
there
by
and
myself. I don't care.
doing them by himself. I mean, he
Nice.
is an animal.
So can
And-
you stay at the Deering? Is that like a bed and breakfast or
No, it's a
No, it's-
historical site.
just historical? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
It's the Miami-Dade County of Parks and Recreation. They run
Gotcha.
the site. But also, if you're in the Midwest, you can come and investigate with us. And this will be October 3rd. Another event in October at the Rock Island Esoteric Expo in Rock Island, Illinois.
Yeah, we'll be there for sure.
It's amazing. Headline guest is David Sloan, of Robert the Doll. He won't have Robert the Doll, but he's gonna have haunted objects, and he's gonna be doing a lecture on it. And those haunted objects are the real deal because they were messing with us when we were there. And I think that's about it.
Yes,
and we'll have more dates coming up for Ghost Hunters of South Florida at different locations. So I'll be.
We keep an eye out on social media. We'll have that posted, and we appreciate everybody for watching, everybody tuning in, and we definitely appreciate Adam as another fantastic guest.
Sir.
Thank you so much, and we'll keep in touch, my brother. And when you come down to Boca, give me a shout.
Yeah,
we'll
hit us
catch up
up
for sure.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Y'all have
Keep
a good
it
one.
spooky.